I started when I was about 8 or 9, and really, there was a piano in my house, so I played that whenever. And well, even before that, I would just twiddle on the piano and make up little songs and little melodies.
I was in 4th grade where I chose the cello to play in school. And I actually played the cello because my neighbor played it. But as I grew older, I became more serious and had more opportunities.
I started playing music when I moved to Connecticut in 4th grade, and everyone in Westport starts playing a string instrument in 4th grade. And I chose the violin because it was kind of the name that I was most familiar with. I didn't really know that much about music.
Augusta is teaching 6 kids how to compose. There are 6 high school kids that some of them have dabbled in composition, some of them are very good at it, some of them are beginning. But just taking them all and teaching them how to really write modern music.
I mean, if we don't know what's been made, how can we make anything original? And
I think the best teachers are always the best learners also. In other words, if you want to be a good teacher, you have to be willing to always learn every day and be curious, have a curiosity. And I try to share with my students my love of the art form and my passion for it and my deep care of it and my passion for what they're making. And I also try with my students to be brutally honest. When I'm meeting with these 6 young composers, I will not lie to them.
yeah. Like I can still feel the sound in the room right now, but it feels a little notey to me. Like you get into note mode. You know what I mean?
I mean, I will say to them something critical, very nicely, but very pointedly. You need to add your dynamics, or this transition didn't work, or something, because otherwise you can't grow.
The 2 open strings, and then yeah.
You did a great job with the thirds, which I thought you were going to have lots of trouble with.
Augusta's program is also going really, really well. When they first started, we asked them to submit music that they'd written, and some of them had written some very interesting pieces, and some of it was kind of, you could tell they were just starting out. They were trying to figure out what melody is and what harmony is. 3-4 months later, when they met again, we've got kids that have already advanced. They've gone home, they've done listening, they've done research into theory, into orchestration. They've really just blossomed.
Composition, I feel like it's so, like, I love it. I like worship it in a way, like creating. The fact that we can talk with someone else who is a composer and has done it, and she's in the world of composing, she lives it. That's it's really helpful to know that at least exists and that she's successful and still alive and surviving.
And I actually spoke with Augusta about how I'm new to it, and she's really helping me to kind of find different ways to help kind of boost my compositions. So.
Well, I consider myself extraordinarily lucky to be working with such a tremendous resource as the New Haven Symphony. It's really great to live in the Northeast because there are all these tremendous musical organizations around where I live. And of course, I think Augusta Read Thomas has really been somebody who has been life-changing for me, and I'm incredibly lucky to meet such a world-class, first-caliber, brilliant musician. And she's helped me with a lot of clarifying the notation of what I'm writing down.
I just want to say, because you were saying about the notation that I was asking for, you know, I would just point out to you guys how beautifully notated this is. I mean, you can probably even see it from that distance. And I also try to open up an environment where we're all together and interacting, and it's a safe place. You can try out any sound you want, and we can experiment with it, and there's nothing that's out of bounds. I mean, I have one student here that's writing, you know, a sander, making humming noises.
I don't know how to use computers that much, but I like experimenting and see what happens.
Okay.
So that's kind of what I did. But I did.
And then you edited it into a form and a structure and everything.
Things like that, yeah.
Whoa! I didn't know we were going to have a piece for sanding machine. It's good. somebody else singing with a bass drum. And somebody else writing a piece for a trumpet that's very jazzy. I mean, completely different from one another. And it shouldn't be that one is better than the other or that one could compare them. They each are allowed to be their own beautiful, exquisite place in the universe, or their own island of truth. And I try to create that kind of environment.
I'm very grateful that I met these peers because they're all really wonderful people and people I've now become really great friends with and who I'm always learning from and who have helped me because each one is like a different personality, and that sort of helped me look inside myself as a composer because I don't think I really had that sort of compositional personality.
It's really fun for me to do and I really enjoy it. It would be great to have confidence in myself composing and to be able to know that I've been through this program and had the experience of learning more. So.
I hope that I obviously become a much more mature composer, and I hope that I've gained a more aware knowledge of the music around me.
I had always wanted to write for film music when I was younger, and lately I realized how it's mostly all the same, and it really is disheartening. Like to hear Danny Elfman again for the past 10 years doing the same thing over and over as Tim Burton is, it's really saddening. And so that's kind of out the door, unless I need money, which I will, so I'll probably end up doing it anyway. Yeah, my goals, a standard repertoire of things that I've written I'd like to make, I'd like to have, write and get them recorded. Just writing and getting them played actually is enough to make me happy.